My name is Isabella Reed, and 3 days ago, the life I thought I knew ended with a single message. I was at work, buried in spreadsheets and reports, when my phone buzzed. I didn't think much of it until I saw the name. Nathan. My husband. 15 years of marriage, friendship, shared dreams. I smiled before opening it. I wish I hadn't. It read, "I want a divorce. Please direct all future communication through my lawyer, Mr. Collins." That was it. No explanation. No conversation. Just silence wrapped in legal language. We'd had dinner the night before, laughing about weekend plans, talking about a movie we wanted to see. Nothing seemed wrong. Nothing hinted that everything was about to crumble. I sat there frozen, staring at my phone until the screen dimmed. My heart didn't even race. It just stopped. Then came the wave. Shock. Hurt. Anger. And underneath all of it, a cold, steady calm. He wanted lawyers. Fine. He would get lawyers. I typed 2 words back. Understood. And that was the moment I became someone else. Someone who could no longer cry over what used to be. Someone who would fight to protect herself in a war she never started. Within the hour, Nathan had moved like a machine. He cancelled my credit cards. Cut off every financial connection between us. The car I drove, leased in his name. My allowance, gone. Even the streaming accounts. Logged out, passwords changed. He didn't rage. He didn't insult me. He simply erased me. I told myself I'd stay composed. I had my own savings, small but enough to breathe. But as the days went by, that breath grew shorter. By the 3rd day, my lawyer, Mr. Collins, called. His tone was sharp, impatient. "Isabella, your husband has terminated all financial support. He's acting in bad faith." I could hear the hum of confidence in his voice. "We'll fix this," he said. But deep down, I knew Nathan wasn't being reckless. He was being deliberate. That same day, he hired Ms. Hartley, a divorce attorney known for being ruthless and precise. I realized then that this wasn't going to be about heartbreak. It was going to be about strategy. 3 days after the text, Mr. Collins called Nathan to demand reinstatement of funds. I wasn't on the call, but Nathan later recounted what happened through a court transcript. Mr. Collins accused him of acting cruelly. Nathan, in that maddeningly calm tone, said, "My wife requested divorce and insisted all communication go through legal channels. I am merely following her instructions." He used my own words as armor. The calm was worse than shouting. It was controlled, methodical. Like watching someone dismantle a house brick by brick, all while smiling politely. A week later, my attorney filed for emergency spousal support and temporary rights to the house. I had already moved out, staying with my best friend Clara while I tried to make sense of the storm. When Nathan found out, he didn't gloat. He didn't beg. He simply prepared his case. He had documentation of every transaction, every transfer. He still paid the mortgage, utilities, and insurance. The judge asked why I hadn't spoken to him before the divorce. I said I was afraid. The words came out hollow, but part of me believed them. The judge wasn't convinced. He granted me temporary support, but it was far less than what I expected. Enough to live, not to maintain the comfort I'd grown used to. Nathan looked relieved when the session ended. I looked broken. Days passed. Clara begged me to reach out to him, to apologize. But pride is a dangerous thing. I couldn't. I told myself I had done nothing wrong. I told myself I was the victim. Then the mind games began. Nathan received an anonymous complaint at work. They accused him of using company resources for personal matters and being emotionally unstable. The timing wasn't a coincidence. He knew it. I knew it. But proving it? Impossible. His lawyer documented everything. Mine tried to spin the story differently, but it didn't matter. The cracks in my plan began to show. Even my mother called him, pleading, crying, asking him to take care of me. He didn't yell or insult her. He simply said, "Your daughter made her decision. I'm respecting it." That line haunted me. 2 months later, he demanded I return the car or take over the lease. I ignored him, thinking it was just another bluff. But then one morning, I woke to find it gone. Repossessed. I screamed until my throat burned. Clara watched helplessly as I sank to the floor. Nathan had followed every rule to the letter. Every move I made outside of the legal path I'd set was now being used against me. Then came the hearing for financial disclosure. The truth came out like poison dripping from a vein. I had a small savings account my parents had contributed to, and some inherited stock. I didn't think it mattered. Nathan's lawyer did. She proved that my funds had been mingled with marital assets, making them subject to division. I lost that too. 6 months after that first text, our divorce was finalized. The house was sold. The proceeds split almost equally, though he received a slightly larger share due to my earlier concealment. The support payments were short-term, meant to help me rebuild, not sustain me forever. And just like that, Nathan was free. He still had his job, his home, his peace. I had a small apartment, a part-time design job, and a long, quiet stretch of nights to replay every choice that led me here. Sometimes I still scroll through our old pictures, searching for signs that he'd stopped loving me long before that message. I don't find any. Maybe he didn't stop loving me. Maybe he just stopped waiting for me to love him the same way. That's the cruel thing about silence. It's not always empty. Sometimes it's filled with everything you refuse to hear. So tell me, if you were in my place, would you have fought harder to keep the marriage alive, or would you have done what I did, let pride and pain build a wall too tall to climb? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if this story gripped you the way it gripped me, don't forget to like, share, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe for more true life stories that make you question the thin line between love and revenge.